So hello everyone, welcome to Sedimentary Petrology lecture 6. So previous day we did statistical treatment of the grain size samples. So today we will learn what are the statistical measures used in the treatment. So the first statistical measure what we will learn about today is average grain size. So average grain size, as the name suggests, is calculating the average to know an idea about the average of the grain size population that you have. So it is not as easy as it looks, like you will just calculate an average grain size, because by one method a population can look very coarse, wherever if you apply other method the other's population might look coarser. So in this regard, few standard calculations were taken out by sedimentologists, and among them number one was mode. Now what is a mode? A mode is the most frequently occurring grain size particle in the population. Okay, so in a cumulative frequency graph, it will be obviously the steepest point in the graph, whereas in the frequency graph, it will be the highest peak which you have. Okay, so this is what mode is. The second parameter about average grain size calculation is median. So a median is the point, or is the grain size after which you have 50% coarser population and before which you have 50% finer population. So median is that point from where you have 50% coarser and 50% finer. Okay, and then third one is mean. Okay, so mean is the most easiest and the best graphical measure is the graphic mean size given by the overall population. So to calculate mean, that is, it is the to calculate mean, we have a mathematical formula, and the mathematical formula for mean is 516 plus 550 plus 584 divided by 3. So this is the mathematical formula for mean. So how is it done? For example, you have a normal curve. So at 516 the phi size is taken, at 550 the phi size is taken, and 584 the phi size is taken, and then the average is done, and then average is the mean. So this is the way which we calculate average grain size through three methods, that is mean, median and mode. So for a normal bell-shaped curve, that is a normal distribution curve, the mean, median and mode will always be in the middle, like this. So this, it will be the same. So this is how we calculate the average grain size. Now the second question, when you are dealing with statistical measures, comes how to calculate the sorting. Now sorting is calculated or known through a statistical measure which is called standard deviation. The second measure is your standard, or rather we will study it as sorting. So sorting is studied through standard deviation. So as the name suggests, standard deviation, or we have already studied standard deviation in our school times, it is the deviation of the point from the mean size. Okay, so how much the point is deviated from the mean size is actually a standard deviation. Now, how does it represent sorting? So obviously, if we have a graph like this, okay, so the standard deviation of this graph and the standard deviation of this graph, just look at it, and a standard deviation of a graph like this. Okay, so obviously the mean size of graph whose standard deviation is less will be well sorted, because in this graph you see all the population, maximum population lies within a particular standard deviation. But if a graph is like this, maximum population lies outside from the mean value. So यहाँ पे mean value के आसपास ही आपका maximum population है. But if the graph is like this, that means the standard deviation is higher and the values are much more spread from the mean values. So standard deviation की value जितनी कम होती है उतनी ही sorting अच्छी होती है, and standard deviation की values जैसे जैसे बढ़ते रहते हैं sorting poor होती है. So this has given rise to a scale in which is the standard deviation scale, which starts with a point. Now how do we calculate standard deviation? So to calculate standard deviation there is a formula. The formula is, this is called inclusive standard deviation, and it is different from the graphic standard deviation. And how is it different? Because in graphic standard deviation we generally take into account 68% of the, so in graphic standard deviation हम लोग 68% ग्राफ का ही standard deviation calculate करते हैं. But when we are talking about grain size, you know maximum grain size इधर से उधर तब होते हैं जब आपका टेल, that is fine grain and coarse grain का difference होता है. So graphic standard deviation का जो फॉर्मूला है in case of grain size deviation हम वो यूज नहीं करते हैं. We use a new parameter which is known as the inclusive standard deviation. Now inclusive standard deviation has a formula which is 584 minus 516 divided by 4 plus 595 minus 55 divided by 6.6. So this is the formula of standard deviation, inclusive standard deviation. But graphic standard deviation जो है वो यहीं पे खत्म हो जाता है. We don't include the 595 and 55. So inclusive standard deviation, which we take into account in size of grain size particles, also includes the end 2 points, that is 55 and 595. Why? So that आपका पूरा ग्राफ कवर हो सकता है. So this is the standard formula for calculating inclusive standard deviation. It is not graphic standard deviation. Graphic standard deviation सिर्फ 68% almost ग्राफ का हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं इस फॉर्मूला से. So clear? How do we calculate sorting? So calculate sorting with the help of inclusive the standard deviation. This is the formula, and as standard deviation increases, sorting decreases. So there is a scale which ranges from, ये value अगर 0.35 less than 0.35 होती है, it is very well sorted, and as the values start increasing and reaches approximately I think 4.041, it is very poorly sorted. So this scale you can find in any standard sedimentology book. Even I have shared with you all in the class, and if you open Sandbox books for example, you will have that scale. So just see that scale, go through that scale, and remember that standard inclusive standard deviation के through we can take out sorting. And the third task is the measure of the skewness. Now कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है that two population, for example a grain size population of two samples are equal in average grain size, and they are almost equal in their sorting, but they are asymmetrical. Okay, वो कैसे होता है? What is the meaning of asymmetry? That is a deviation from the normal bell-shaped curve. Okay, so that asymmetry is known as your skewness. So if we define skewness, it will be defined as skewness is the measures the degree of asymmetry as well as the sign, that is where the curve has the asymmetry, tail on the left or tail on the right. तो tail on the left and right पे हम positive and negative skewness define करते हैं. So for example, so the third parameter is skewness. So skewness क्या होता है कि even अगर दो population का कभी कभी average size जो है वो सेम होता है या sorting भी almost सेम होती है sorting values, पर वो दो samples अपने symmetry में इधर से उधर हो सकते हैं. So उस basis of symmetry पे हम skewness define करते हैं. Okay, so this is your bell shaped curve. कभी कभी ये बेल शेप्ड कैन बी like this, or it can be just the other way around like this. Clear? So this one which has its tail, so this is percentage, that is frequency, and this is grain size. So here we have coarse, here we have fine. So a graph which has its tail towards the finer particle is known as positively skewed. Okay, and one which has its tail towards the coarser side is known as negatively skewed. Clear? So this is all about skewness. So how do we calculate skewness? Skewness का भी एक formula है, and again the skewness is also not the normal skewness that we generally calculate. We generally calculate normal skewness in mathematically, but because in case of grain population the maximum skewness, तो उस skewness में भी graphic skewness में भी 68% of the graph को include करते थे in mathematics, but when we are talking about grain size, maximum skewness कहाँ पे हो रहा है? आपके tail में हो रहा है ना, so हम पूरे graph को include करते हैं, इसीलिए this is also known as inclusive skewness. Okay, तो inclusive skewness has a formula. So what is that formula? That formula is 516 plus 584 minus 2550 divide by 2. This the formula is a lengthy one. 2584 minus 516 plus 55 plus 595 minus 2550 2595 minus 55. So this is the formula. So generally क्या होता है, we in case of graphic skewness सिर्फ इतना 84 और 16 को कंसिडर करते हैं, just like your standard deviation. But in case of inclusive skewness, because maximum skewness are occurring in the tail region, that is 95 or 55 के आसपास, so we also include this factor 55 plus 595 minus 2550 divided by twice 595 minus 55. So this has a derivation which is quite easy. So in case I get time in the doubt clearance class, I will derive this. But no need to that this is out of scope of your syllabus. But still, if this formula is very lengthy to remember, so if you remember the derivation, you can easily remember this formula. So I will try to derive this in the class. If you have any doubts or if you have any problem in learning by hearting this formula, so derivation can be done. So why is inclusive skewness taken into account? Because it includes almost 90% of data. Okay, and graphic skewness does not. Okay, now one more point is, for example, a graph, population is positively skewed. Okay, this is positive skewed, this is coarse, this is fine. What does it mean? Okay, so इसका मोड तो obviously इसके highest point पे होगा. Okay, followed by median. So median, where will be the median? So median क्या है? जिसके 50% जो है वो coarse होता है, 50% fine होता है. So approximately if I talk, median वहाँ पे होगा जहाँ पे 50% area हम देख सकते हैं. So if I put the median, this is mode. तो हम कहीं पे median अगर यहाँ डाल देंगे, if I put the median also here, so can you see that both areas are not equal? So median will be somewhere here. So approximately same size area लग रहा होगा और somewhere here. ओके, तो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली द एरिया इज सेम बिकॉज ये थोड़ा छोटा है, ये बड़ा है, तो ये थोड़ा इससे छोटा भी होगा तो चलेगा. सो दिस इज द मीडियन. ओके, एंड मीन, where will be the mean? The mean will be somewhere here. Okay, the average grain size will be somewhere here. So this is all about positive skewness. So one thing you see, in positive skewness, maximum particles are finer, are towards the finer. So a population where maximum particles are towards the finer range will be positively skewed. Similarly, negatively skewed will be just the vice versa. So this is about positive skewness. So now I'll draw about negative skewness.